Hello. So today we're on the BMW F750GS, out for a little ride and a review. So stick around and let's check it out. Okay, so here it is then, the BMW F750GS. So you got the G310GS, the 750, then the 850, and then you're up to the 1250. So this is the lower end of the middle range. It's a nice bike, I like it. I think they start at around 7,000. Then there is a sport model which is about 9,000. However, if you wanted one like this in this setup, you're talking I think about 12.5. Let me just point out what is not standard. The screen is not standard. Normally you get sort of dials, you know, analog dials and a little bit. That is about £500 option. This preparation for the BMW sat-nav, that won't be standard. What have we got? The cruise control, the adjustable suspension, the SOS thing there, the hand guards, they are all optional extras. This here is the adjustable suspension. I think you'll be able to see it in here as well. This, so that's the, I think you can choose a dynamic and a road are the two options you can choose. Apart from that, what you see is what you get. They do a couple of packs. There's the comfort pack, which includes things like the cruise control. Oh yeah, cruise control's not standard, that's an option. But that comes in a pack with the heated grips, tyre pressure monitoring, that kind of stuff. And then there's a premium pack, which includes things like the pannier preparation stuff. But yeah, oh, also a keyless riding is part of the comfort pack, I think. No, where's the key? Where's the key? Here we go. So there's the key. Looks like a car key, you may say. In fact, it looks very much like a car key. But anyway, as long as you've got that in your pocket, you can, let's put that away. And this is something I really like. Press the button, and then you get to see the BMW TFT display. I really like that. I think it should be standard. In time it will be, but for now it's an option. But you can cycle through the menus, so information about my bike, so that will show you tyre pressures, fuel range, engine temperature, that kind of stuff. And then you go back and you use this little jog wheel on the side to skip through the stuff. So that'll be navigation, media, telephone. That's if you've got it all connected up. So you'd have to go into here and connect everything up, but you scroll down using that. It's very good. It's like it's like a system you find on a car. But yeah, as I say, it should be standard. Without too much longer, if that makes sense. Anyway, so I like that. Then to start it, you just press the start button here. It's got a nice note on the exhaust actually. So I quite like that. Let me give you some numbers. If I can just unlock my phone. Boom, 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 boom. So what we're looking at, power wise, it is 76 horsepower. So it's, you know, it's a good poke. Oh, I like those lights. I haven't seen those. That looks quite nice. 76 horsepower. Torque is 61.3 foot-pounds of torque at 6,000 RPM. It is a liquid-cooled 8-valve parallel twin. It looks smart actually, doesn't it, from the side? That exhaust travel from underneath and the high exhaust. So it's an engine of 853 cc's, so 850cc engine. It's called the F750, I suppose, just for positioning in the model lineup, because then you've got the 850, which I think has the same engine. It's 224 kilograms when it's wet, and that tank is 15 litres. So it's not massively heavy, it's not light, it's, you know, it's pretty standard sort of stuff. Heat sight, let's try seat height, is 815 millimeters. It looks quite low there, doesn't it? It's comfy, you sit right in it, it's very comfy. So you have the option for a 770mm, 790mm and 830mm, so you can actually get a higher one and two lower ones. It's good, good looking bike. When you put it next to the 1250, it looks the smaller bike. Put it next to the 310, and actually it doesn't look much bigger. But yeah, let's jump on it and go for a little spin. Okay, ready for the exhaust note? I like it as standard. It's got a nice little low down burble to it. You've got to remember that everything I say is in comparison to what I've been normally riding, which is the G310. So yeah, everything's going to be an improvement on that. Let's go. Right then, well, let's start off by saying it's a nice bike to ride, in all honesty. As I say, I'm coming from the G310GS, so this is massively outclasses that, without a doubt. But that screen is so clear, it's really good, really like that. There is so much power in this, it's more than enough. You can easily lose your license on it. It's a good fun ride. It will take you anywhere you want to go. It will do everything that the big sort of more touring renowned GSs will do. So stick some panniers on this and you could literally go anywhere. I do like the sound of that exhaust though, I have to say, and it's standard. This isn't the any fancy exhaust. I'm trying to get it to pop and bang a bit. No. This bike is obviously kitted out with all the toys, so I can change the mode. If you watch the screen, oh my, we've got road, dynamic, ooh, enduro, rain, and then back to road. So I imagine rain chills it out a bit, maybe cuts the torque, cuts the horsepower. Road is probably a standard one. Dynamic, let's have a look what happens. So you can change all this on the fly, as you see, as you're going along. Not sure what dynamic will do. Oh, I think dynamic makes the throttle response a bit sharper. To be honest, it was fine anyway. And then enduro, again, not sure. Let's stick it in road. But there you go, if you like playing around with your modes, it's there. This actually has automatic lights, so you press the button over here and your lights will come on and off automatically, which is nice. The adjustable suspension, again, button over here, watch the screen, you'll see it's road there, press it again, goes into dynamic. Again, I would have to look up exactly what that does, but I can't. Can I feel a little difference? Not sure. I think road is slightly, well, I think I can feel it's a bit softer, but I won't bet my house on it. A bit more stretched out. I mean, the bars are a bit more out in front of me than they are in the 310, but that's understandable because it's a slightly bigger bike. But it's not uncomfortable at all. The leg position, my feet are probably midway between my kneecap and my bum, if that makes sense, as to where they're positioned down below. So they're not tucked up under my bum, they're not out in front. They're a nice position, and I'm finding it very comfy actually. The seat is, yeah, it's padded enough. I can see myself riding this for quite a long time without any issues. I think the gearbox is relatively easy to navigate your way through. It's not too clunky or difficult to select a gear. I've had no issues with it. And the brakes, I tested them earlier when I was caught at the lights. They're very good actually. So we've got 2 discs on the front certainly. I think there's 2 on the back as well. ABS, as standard, as everything is, but you can turn it off up here. I don't know why you would, but each to their own. But yeah, they're very, very good. There's no one behind me. You know. That was front brake only, so I didn't use any back brake there, so put that into the mix, and yeah, we definitely stopped quickly. Cruise control I've been having a bit of play with over here. Very easy to use. You just flick it across to turn it on, and then paddle forwards and back for your settings. So let's go for, pull it back for 30. Oh, come on, respond. That's 31, 29. Right, there you go. And no throttle. Just let it do its thing. Which is quite cool. I imagine if you're going a long journey on a motorway, that would be very useful indeed. Let's turn it off. Power wise, you've got it all through the rev range really. You don't have to rev high to get any power and response out of it. It's all there, all the way through. And you know, I'm sitting here in second gear. Oh, I'll make a song. And it will pick up instantly off that throttle, so yeah, happy with that. I think the top speed on this was 140 miles an hour, and I really don't think it would take that long to get to it, because you know, it will fly up through the gears nice and easily, and you'll be flying. As I mentioned earlier, you will easily lose your license on this, not a problem. If you want to do that, you can. It's up to you. So here we go, this is what your cruise control is for. Just sitting here and chilling out. Like it. Something I have noticed when riding along is it's quite twitchy. It will literally react to any sort of movement you do on it. So if you're getting comfortable, you'll notice that the bike is, you know, twitching and jiggering all over the place. Look at that. I'm not sure if I like that or not. I've also been through the menus and managed to find the miles per gallon that the average miles per gallon the bike's been doing. Now bear in mind this is a demonstrator, so it's probably been ragged to death. It's got 3,000 miles on it, and it's coming out at 58.8 miles to the gallon. That's pretty good, I think. That's very good, actually. I don't think I think my G310 does about 60 odd. So yeah, that's good. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's certainly been a nice bike to ride and review. There will be more coming up, different bikes, so stick around and stay tuned. There'll also be more stuff on the G310GS. So yeah, that's coming up. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and it would do me a massive favour if you could click on the like button. That'd be really appreciated. Anyway, as always, drop me any questions in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them for you. Until the next time, stay safe and well, and if you're riding, take care. Watch out for those idiots in the cars.